Africa is heavily affected by climate change. Between 1991 and 2024, the African continent warmed at a rate of 0.3 degrees Celsius per decade, a rate slightly faster than the global average. This has brought more frequent and severe weather extremes. The cost of adapting to these changes and events is also immense. This was emphasized in a recent report by the World Meteorological Organization. The UN agency found that, on average, African countries were losing 5% of their GDP annually, and many were diverting up to 9% of their budgets in response to climate extremes. The report estimates that the cost of adaptation in sub-Saharan Africa ranges from $30 billion to $50 billion annually over the next decade. Livestock are vital to the livelihoods of millions of people across Africa. But it's a sector that's going to be hard hit by climate change. Unless massive adaptation measures are put in place, the number of extreme heat events driven by climate change, especially in the continent's tropics, is set to rise. Transport infrastructure, such as roads and railways, is another sector that's already being threatened by climate change. For instance, a report in Tanzania found that long stretches of road and rail networks are exposed to extreme flooding events, and exposure will grow in the future. As the world gets warmer, this will bring significant implications for our health. High temperatures cause heat stroke, heat exhaustion, heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular disease. Drought will affect food and water systems. Millions of people will be left without proper nutrition, and water shortages will heighten the risk of organ failure and death. Viral and bacterial infectious diseases, especially prevalent in Africa, are set to rise. We need to find a way to combat climate change, especially in Africa, before it is too late.